When I started getting serious about my turbo build, it was probably 2017. It was shortly before the Sloppy Mechanics what to buy to make your 500 horsepower street beater, like PowerPoint explanation video came out. So back then, they said there was two things that you should spend money on. One was injectors, so I got the Siemens 80-pound brand name injectors, which were a lot of money, but now they're snake eater, so some things you learn after you've spent. The other thing was a torque converter, and on this car I wanted to do some miles and still go to the drag strip, so I wanted overdrive, and to do that I got a 4L80E and a Circle D converter. That's what Matt used to recommend. I'm pretty sure I got the wrong stall. This is a around 2800 stall, I believe I asked for. And now that I've learned more about third gen connecting rod failure, it's usually right around the torque peak, so you probably want a stall that's higher to save your engine from breaking rods. The car's also heavy with a tall gear. I'll fix that when I find a gear for it, but the gear it's got's a 308, so I'll roll with it for now. And I debated not putting this in, asking for a different stall. I've had it sitting here since 2017, but I think I might as well just throw it in and get the car moving and figure out if I like it or not. All right, let's unbox and take a look. Well, first, here's my proof of how long this thing's been sitting around. So, yeah, let's open it up. So going with a 4L80E instead of a Turbo 400 for this build probably cost an extra $2,000 because you need an overdrive transmission that costs more than a 400. You need a converter with lockup. This is a triple disc billet, so it's supposed to be capable of locking up under full power. Not that you would ever want to do that and expect your engine to live, but for drag racing I thought it might be good up top. Glue. Alright, I guess I have to cut here. So anyway, the transmission was about 600. The converter was probably 1200 if I'm remembering right. And the Mega Squirt GPIO for shift control was, I don't even know how much, probably 150 plus. I don't remember exactly. All right, let me get it open and I'll come back to you. This is some beefy packaging, man. Makes sense, it's like a 60-pound converter. That's nice. I like koozies. And this is real nice, converter bolts. It's like a gift card in here, a receipt. And that is fairly excellent packaging. I believe that was the part number. God, this is beefy. Yeah, so throw this on today on the transmission. And the other thing the transmission needs is, it came out of a van, I believe, and it's got this shift actuator. I'll just show you. So here's the 80E. It's got this, I don't know, looks like it was meant to be a cable operated shifter to me. So I'm wondering if I can pull off this nut and get another shifter off of something else. It's been race car modified, so that won't work. That one's a manual. Let's see what we got. All right, you may not be able to see it, but that's the style I think I need in the Caprice. Like a bonehead, I took my 4L60E and my L99 to the scrapyard and didn't think to pull that part off. So under the car, it's got a column shift, so there's a push rod that comes down, and then I think this rod plugs into a hole in the body somewhere. Maybe it's over here. There's probably a bracket missing there, but you just like spring it in, and then this push rod pushes up and down on a bar that comes across here, and that just springs into the transmission. So I need that style. Put a little fluid in the converter so it's not dry in startup. So I pushed it up against the wall. See if that works any better. I don't think that went any further. I guess I could always do the thing with a straight edge where you measure it. Looks like it's a little less than a ½ inch back from the face of the bell housing. Yeah, I'll show you that. Zoom out a little. Alright, so the snout here is back from the bell housing face about a ½ inch. Goes away, gone. If somebody knows, let me know if that's right. The bolt holes, they're a good inch back, I'm guessing, from the bell housing face. So let me know in the comments if you know any better than me on a Circle D triple disc 4L80. God, it's hot and muggy today, guys. Hope this pays off. A part washer is nice to have because these nuts were filthy. Nice, I believe that'll work. So, haven't got any of this harness wired up to the GPIO for Mega Shift, or I guess MS Extra trans control, and the vent's not hooked up. And well, I guess that hooks to the body of the car, so that makes sense. The case, the bell housing is supposed to fit in a 96B body without any beading, so we're going to find out with these KDC engine mounts and a 4L80E, can you LS swap a Caprice without a sledgehammer? Alright, so shift linkage handled, the torque converter's on. I need a yoke. 350 yoke doesn't fit, so probably a turbo 400, or why not 4L80E yoke. It's something that I was wondering if I should wait until I'm having a drive shaft made and just ask for that to be included, but I think they're fairly cheap on Summit. I also need a fuel filter. I've got my ethanol content sensor on the way. I've got fuel push lock in the car somewhere. I need exhaust hangers. All those rubber exhaust hangers holding up the cherry bombs are rotten and falling apart, but they're from, 12 years plus ago, 15 years ago. So, getting there, one little thing at a time.